7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You crazy mother.
What is up, everybody? My name is Dane Thompson, and welcome back to another episode of BurnDown. So, in today's episode, we're gonna run over to my buddy Chuck's house. I've got the Maliboom up on his lift I borrowed, so we can get up underneath it, put the transmission in, and a few other goodies. So I actually spent the morning running errands. I got a couple things that I can show you guys. We can go over it when we get over there. But namely a trans cooler, and then I got a yoke for my Power Glide because the yoke is a different size than the TH400. So pretty much just at traffic. That's not interesting, but what is we're gonna move the trans cooler today. I got the brake lines plumbed, the transmission in. I will share all that, guys, with you. I will share all that with you guys right now. So we're gonna get in the truck, get on over to Chuck's house, and then I'll give you guys a look at where we're at. So we are getting close. It's bad when your truck is filthy, and then the birds really have to capitalize and then just make it even worse than it is. Finally over here at Chuck's garage, we got the car. It's been up on this lift for a couple days now. And let me show you guys what we got done, and then we'll go over some of the parts and stuff in the box, and pretty much what we're gonna try to accomplish today. So we got the 9-inch in place. These are the brake lines that were on the rear end that I got these backing plates from my friend Roy. So he just gave me the whole brake line, and it's offset, and it is what I had to work with, so I just said screw it. So I actually just left it on here. I'm gonna tack weld this guy like so, and then that should be out of the coil springs way. Then I got a bulkhead. Then I just cut the original line. The original line used to come over to here, but because everything was kind of off to the side, we just did a bulkhead, slam it to there, and then good to go. This car actually had an option of a Power Glide. So this goes into the factory mounting location and then holds this because it's pretty much a factory option for the car. We've got SFI flex plate from Summit, FTI turbo converter, and then the Power Glide you guys watch me struggle and put together. And then I put the little plug in the tail shaft, and then I actually took the tail cone piece off, and I did the governor, got rid of the governor as governor delete, little aluminum piece. I'll put that up on the screen. So this guy is in, it is bolted in with my SFI housing, and we're gonna have to run new trans cooler lines, and we're gonna put the trans cooler back here somewhere. Let me show you what we're gonna be taking back, installing. This is my dipstick. And then this guy is my new little trans cooler I picked up today. So hopefully we can just stuff this guy on the bottom of the car. I'm hoping just up underneath the car like that, call it a day. So other than that, I went out to my buddy's place and he hooked me up with this. And this should be my 1350 yoke, Mark Williams. So probably the nicest piece on my entire car. Da, 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 da. Look at that. Oh, woo, like a glove. Something like that. Look at that. Thank you very much, Dave. This is from my buddy Dave. And now we can get a measurement for this, for the drive line, and we're gonna be rock and roll. Show you what I got here. My bag of goodies. So these are fittings that will adapt and make it a -6. And then these are the 4 standoffs to hopefully hang it underneath the car. So the reason I want to go with -6 is I already have the fittings here, -6, and then this was actually an adapter because on my TH400 it went from a standard fitting to a 5, and then from a 5 to a 6 because the intercooler was a 6. And then not only did I have that adapter there, I have these because when my line got smashed, I just put a male-to-male and then made the little jumper. So we're gonna get rid of all this stuff. I'll just reuse these fittings. We'll only have 4 fittings. I'll put the rest in my bag of shame down there, and then we'll get cracking. So I think first and foremost, we gotta pick a section, which I'm feeling right around this area for the cooler. As long as we're out of the way, drive shaft should be there. So let me get the cooler, kind of hold it up and see. Maybe this way. I think that's better. I like that better. I think we're gonna shoot for something like that. And then I think we're enough room for the drive shaft here. facing this way, and then we'll just plumb the lines that way. So I think that's good. All right, I think that'll work. Teflon white stuff. I like to use this instead of the Teflon tape that comes on the roll or whatever. You can use that though, it does work, but when this actually comes out of the tube, I find it to be a lot easier. Just make kind of like a bead, thread it in there, you're good to go. Booger it up, slam it on home, be a hero. All right, we got the fittings in place. So these are now the -6. And what we're gonna do now is, we got these little standoffs and then they fit through pretty much this hole here. So it should be the outside one on all of these, all 4 corners. So I'm gonna go hold this guy up and then basically scribe a mark on the crust on the bottom of the car with probably this guy, because that's what I got. And then that'll give me a ballpark on these. And then it doesn't have to be 100% exact because these are rubber, so they'll kind of give a little bit. Obviously, we're gonna do our best to try to, you know, hit the right point centered. All right, so I got one marked. All right, so I have all the little standoffs mounted to this bad boy. I've got more than enough holes under my car because I had to make a couple extra. When I first landed it, it was actually crooked, so it wouldn't work, so I had to move it over. So we'll just call them speed holes. Little lightning, get this old girl down in some weight. Problem I have now is you have to hold the cooler up and get in the car and put the nuts on it. Well, as you can see, it's just me today. So I'm gonna try to bring the car down and then maybe put enough to where I can kind of get under the car and put a jack to hold it. So we'll bring the car down, put the jack to hold the cooler in place, and then I'll climb in the car, put some nuts on it, and then we can plumb this bad boy. Let's try that. Well, the other issue I have is all of this. So let me pull all this stuff out, find out where the holes are, and then we will set it all up so I can get in there and just zip it down. So there are my holes. Okay, so now that I can get to these, we run it up through, use the jack to hold it, zip it down. You and me, we're gonna be heroes. You know how much you trust your car when you've got not 1 but 2 fire extinguishers in it. Oh look, there's my light switch thing, huh? Oh, there you go, it goes on there. Bam, clean it up. Alright, I think that worked. Now we're cooking with fire. So nice. I don't know if you see through the trash on the floor where all the bolts are in. We're gonna take it back up. Then we will run the lines, get this thing plumbed, and then we will be done with the transcooler. That's a pretty slick transcooler, other than obviously we gotta wire it, but I'm not doing that here today. I'm going up. Woo-wee. Look at that. All right, so this is gonna be one of my lines to feed this guy. I just got lazy with it. We're just gonna run it to the body and then over to the transmission. So, and then I'll just put self-tappers through the bracing on the floor. So that's it. We put this in, I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, we got one line down, and then we got the bottom line here to do, so. All right, here's a look at the lines. This is the only part that I have a little concern with because this moves separately from the body. So like I said, I'd like to put a bulkhead probably on the floor or something somewhere over here, and then just run 2 soft shorty lines at some point. But for now, this is fine. We'll keep an eye on it. Yeah, this dude is looking good. And then I laugh because my extra hole where I made all my Swiss cheese, we can just plug this bad boy through like champions if I want to do it that way, which it probably will because I already made a hole. And we'll just wire it up. I'll put a grommet, I'll open that up and grommet. I don't have a grommet with me, but that's where that guy's gonna go, through there. All right, well, that is pretty much a wrap for today on the filming of the Maliboom and the things we got going on. I'm gonna stick around for a little bit longer, button up a few loose ends, but thank you very much once again to Dave for hooking me up with the yoke, my Mark Williams yoke for the Power Glide. And then we've got the lines installed. I've got the brand new transmission cooler with the fan. And this thing hopefully will be coming together soon. I got a few more loose ends to button up. I'm hoping to have this thing next week. And maybe by the next time we make a video with the car, we can hear it running, because I haven't heard this thing run in quite a while. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, a few more things to button up. I'll get it wrapped up, and then we'll recap this week on what we did or didn't do. So that is it. If you like this, remember, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell somebody. I'm out.